I would like to ask that we take a moment of silence.
A community gathered together at dusk, a vigil in the heart of this northern town, a space to honor the 8 victims of Tuesday's horrific shooting. Proceedings led by a small-town mayor guiding his community through crisis.
In the days since this tragedy, we have seen heartbreak, but we have also seen extraordinary compassion and courage. Neighbors checking in on neighbors. Strangers offering help.
Canada's Governor General with a solemn message to families suffering unimaginable loss.
With all their brilliance, your children made a lasting mark on this community and on the lives they touched. Your memories of them will continue to shine brightly through this dark time.
Nothing I can say will bring your children home. I know that no words from me or anyone can fill the silence in your homes tonight, and I won't pretend otherwise.
The Prime Minister canceled a trip to a security conference in Germany to be here. Mark Carney, hand in hand with other federal party leaders, a moment of solidarity to reflect and mourn with Tumbler Ridge.
We all lead political parties, but today, there are no conservatives. There are no liberals, New Democrats, Greens, or Bloc Québécois. We are all, as we were in that plane together, mothers and fathers.
This vigil not far from Tumbler Ridge Secondary School, where the shooter killed 6 people, 5 students ages 12 to 13, and an educator. The shooter's 39-year-old mother and 11-year-old half-brother also killed in their home. 2 other victims are in hospital. A growing memorial just steps away from the school, attended earlier in the day by all party leaders, shoulder to shoulder, in silence.
Because we don't just give grace, we receive grace. Grace from Kylie, Ezekiel, Zoe, Tiki, Abel, Shonda. Grace that fills this community, this extended family, gathering in the cold and holding candles for all of your children. And the grace from across Canada.
A small town's tragedy, the pain felt across the nation. Each candle, flower, and hug, a small step towards healing. John Hernandez, CBC News, Vancouver.
And Caroline Bargout is in the community and was at the vigil. Caroline, we just heard some of the speeches. Can you give us a sense of what you saw, what it means for people there?
You know, I saw a lot of people coming together, people who knew one another, and then also strangers. I saw a lot of hugging, a lot of crying, and people just looking for a way to come here and to support one another. We've been in Tumbler Ridge now for several days, and that's really what we kept hearing, is that people really care. They want to show that these victims' families, that they care about them, that they'll be here, and that they'll be here in the coming days to help them through this immense tragedy.
And Caroline, something that has come up a lot in our coverage is how this shooting has affected almost everyone in the town in some way.
That's right. This community is so interconnected. Today, I met a couple, Tim and Becca Favale, and they have 4 children, but they homeschool their children. But their children were really affected by this because they're really good friends. Well, one of their kids, a 15-year-old boy named Nathan, he's really good friends with 13-year-old Ezekiel Schofield. Now, they met at hockey, and when they met at hockey, they became best friends ever since. This is the first time that they met. Take a listen to what Becca says.
He realized that the kid next to him didn't have a neck guard, which is a pretty crucial piece of equipment required to be on the ice. My kid didn't know this. "Oh, you need a neck guard? Here, you can just have mine," he says to Ezekiel. "Oh, great, thanks." Only to find out that, no, he can't go on the ice if he doesn't have his neck guard. And then fortunately, we located the extra neck guard and it all worked out. But that was his first interaction with anybody on his new hockey team. And they were just best buds. So Nathan took it really hard.
Yeah, you know, she wanted us to know about Ezekiel because that's the kind of kid he was. He was a really good kid. The family also knew Jennifer Strang and some of her other kids, the shooter's siblings. And she said that when they found out what had happened, she sat down on the floor with her kids and they all just cried for over an hour.
All right, Caroline Bargout, thanks for this. At the heart of the vigil were the victims of Tuesday's shooting and their families left behind. The father of one of the school children invited CBC News into his home to tell us about his son and the joy he brought to everyone who knew him. Julia Wong on how this family hopes their child is remembered.
12-year-old Abel Mwansa had big dreams for his future.
What do you want to become when you grow up?
I want to become a scientist, soccer player, engineer.
Abel was one of 5 children shot and killed Tuesday at Tumbler Ridge Secondary School. After the lockdown of the school was lifted, Abel Mwansa Sr. says he searched frantically.
I was looking around to see our son, and everybody was like hugging their children. We looked around, we couldn't find our son.
For hours, Mwansa and his family waited. Then, gut-wrenching news. His son, his namesake, had been killed.
That was the deepest cut that was pierced into my flesh. Losing my son. I never thought of that. I never thought of that.
Bringing him comfort, the stories he's hearing of what Abel did in his last moments.
They said when the shooter came, entered the room because where they were, and Abel was shouting, screaming, telling everyone to run, escape through the door. That Abel was trying to save a kid, and in the process he was shot. He got this medal. This medal also.
The father wants to show the important things in his son's life, how Abel loves soccer, playing on his computer.
This is a sandwich that was made by him for me.
And the things he made for his family.
Whenever you see Abel, you see a smile. He was identified by his beautiful smile. He loved everybody. He used to turn enemies into friends. That's the kind of a boy he was.
Now, he says the family is leaning on its faith.
I think Abel served his purpose here on earth. Whatever he did, that's what God called him to do here on earth.
As you can see and hear that he is just a man of incredible faith. And Mwansa also tells me that the family wants to bring Abel's family back to Zambia, where the family is from, to bury him.
And Julia, the family had only moved to Canada 3 years ago.
Yeah, they came to Canada, they came to Tumbler Ridge so that Mwansa could work in the mines, and they built a community here. You know, you can feel the people in this community rallying around this family. While we were at Mwansa's house, several people stopped by. They were dropping off flowers and they were offering to help around the house. And this is just one of so many families affected by this devastating shooting.
Thank you, Julia. That's Julia Wong reporting in Tumbler Ridge tonight.